is Creepy Man Boy. Can you believe it? This handsome hunk has never been on a date before. Hey.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. How are you guys doing? How are you? How is everything? How are the wives? The wives, plural. How are the kids? Well, it's been a hot minute, guys. Shoot, welcome back. This is the comeback that no one fucking asked for. I'm aware of that, I know. I'll shut the fuck up. You guys came here for the analog horror, right? Right? Yes. Okay. You know, I'm too close. Let me back up. Let me back up real quick. Creepy Man Boy. It's an animation, a really, really weird animation by our dearly beloved product, which means that I have to talk about it. Before we begin, a trigger warning to those that are deeply disturbed by subjects involving domestic violence and child abuse, which very sadly seems to be the main theme of my channel for some odd reason. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get our, where is it? Where's the soup? It's in the kitchen microwave. Go grab it. We're gonna get the soup from the Dollar General warmed up really quick, okay? Hurry up. The most uncomfortable 8 minutes of my life begins with, how the fuck am I supposed to explain this shit? Begins with this beautiful bunny hopping across our screen. The unnamed woman you see here explains how she's going to get hooked up with a brand new dating profile. And I'm sure by now you guys can probably guess who Creepy Man Boy is. Well, why are you pointing at me? No, I'm talking about the fucking video, asshole.
Name? Creepy Man Boy. Age? I'm just gonna put a question mark.
Let's be real, guys. You've either been a creepy man boy or you've been with a creepy man boy. Those are the only two genders, people. She puts no for hobbies, but warns Creepy Man Boy that he needs to find a house very soon. This sends him into a fit of rage, or is that pleasure? The woman, along with the rest of us at home, tells him to shut up, and while she's stuck on the letter F, there's a brief glitch in the footage, foreshadowing the monstrosities that await us. While she finishes up the profile, her nose suddenly starts bleeding. This calls Creepy Man Boy's attention to a mysterious figure behind the monitor.
Hey. Don't look at her. Here, little kitty. Come here.
Oh, sorry. Now, interestingly, while she fills out the portion asking if his parents hit him when he was growing up, if you look closely, you'll see there's a question below it asking if he's gonna make it big on YouTube, which is a really not funny reference to the fact that certain YouTubers have a tendency to go down a specific pipeline, shall we say. Typically, YouTubers of the Minecraft variety, if you catch my drift. No time to explain that part of the video though, because someone has liked Creepy Man Boy's profile. And it's a fetus. Wait, Wait, no, please don't do this to me. No. According to the bio, she is set to be born June 15th, 2025, which could be hinting at a future upload and that her parents will hit her once she's born. The whole time, the unnamed woman acts very naive to the whole situation and claims not to know what any of it means. She says to Creepy Man Boy, and I quote, "You are a little bit past your prime, so strike while the iron is hot." I'm sorry, what? Before we know it, another like comes in. It's from a woman named Melancholy with a corset that puts my childhood scoliosis brace to shame. Her profile says that her parents hit her just enough to change her permanently as a child, that she enjoys going to the dairy aisle and finding a picture of her waist on a milk carton in the single phrase, that everything tends to be. Upon closer inspection, the unnamed woman realizes that Melancholy is getting closer and closer. And with Creepy Man Boy looking like a boiled testicle, a makeover is way overdue. Cue the montage.
That's the one.
Can I just say that to whoever voice acted Creepy Man Boy, that I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. The waitress arrives, and when asked what they want to drink, Creepy Man Boy and Melancholy have two very perplexing answers.
My name's Violet. Can I get you two something to drink?
Milk, please. Me too, but I want the milk outside of the glass. I want you to pour it on the table so I can lick it up like a stray cat.
She explains herself to Creepy Man Boy, stating that even though she's severely lactose intolerant, she's going to do this for him because she likes him. Creepy Man Boy seems to not fully comprehend the manipulative nature behind her words and asks what her favorite color is. She promptly responds with green, and this prompts Creepy Man Boy to say that he will be green for her. And Melancholy's response is, "The only way I'd go on a second date with you is if you did just that. That's what love is. Changing yourself in order for the other person to like you." Excuse me. Sorry about that. Creepy Man Boy explains that that is how Ma did it for Pa. I'm sure she did, buddy. I'm sure she did. After confirming that this is what he will do for her, the waitress returns, and boy oh boy do we have quite the performance in store for us. And you know what, I just love you guys so much, truly I do, that I'm just gonna let this clip play out in its entirety. Startled, I am perturbed! Well, now the waitress has a glass shard lodged in her eye, which is really hilarious, and the cardboard lady in the background is still cardboarding. This seems to trigger a dissociative state for Creepy Man Boy, which begins by revealing that the cardboard lady is really a headless corpse. Melancholy brings him to his senses and asks what made him consider online dating. Creepy Man Boy replies with, "The little girl," which confuses Melancholy. Damn right, sister. Damn right, sorry. She probes him further, saying that surely he must mean his daughter, but no. Creepy Man Boy insists that it was the little girl and that she is his friend. Melancholy says it's really weird for him to be friends with a little girl, and this sends Creepy Man Boy into yet another fit of rage. A flashback ensues, and some of you guys might just recognize the setting.
Alice. What's going on in here? Hey, Daddy's little girl is starting to look just like your mother. You're taking care of happy birthday, baby.
David, I don't think the girls want to be filmed right now.
You
Well, that got dark pretty fast. Hope you guys got drunk enough for this one. To put things very simply, this video cycles through a lot of really disturbing themes, and all of them seem to be recurring themes across the creator's channel. More specifically, themes of abuse. So let's start by breaking down the first portion of the video, shall we? Believe it or not, the first signs that something is truly wrong actually begin within the first 3 seconds of the video. If you look closely at the unnamed woman, you can see that her makeup is poorly covering up a bruise on her eye, and all the while she is just unnaturally naive. She's really fucking stupid, okay? She also puts a question mark for his age rather than simply asking him, and doesn't know or pretends not to know the meaning of hobbies. So to me, this could mean a number of things. This could be how creepy man boy perceives his mother, or 2, women in general based on how he perceived his mother growing up. He himself is very naive and projecting that onto the lady in the video. Or in a very real sense, this could also be how his mother really was. Maybe she too was a naive person or presented herself as such. And more disturbingly, this could be what led to her getting abused by his father later on, which we will be getting into shortly. When bringing up the topic of getting his own house, creepy man boy gets noticeably upset. Quite depressingly, he seems to be trapped in the same state of mind that he was left in when he was abused as a kid. Potentially this is starting to look more and more like a case of involuntary age regression, or perhaps this is a repressed side to a fully developed man. Now, interestingly, when he goes into his little baby want milk hissy fit, the woman becomes more irate and aggressively shushes him, which seems to alarm creepy man boy. This is also when the footage momentarily glitches, and to me, this seems to indicate that he was also potentially abused by his mom. And I have to also lump the father in by default, because if you're willing to abuse your wife, you're also probably abusing your kid too, you know what I mean? Creepy man boy is probably fair game here, people. I'm just, at least for his daddy was, I don't know. Now, let me bring to your attention the title of the dating website. It's called Hollow Hearts, Find Someone to Fade Away With. And this is potentially how creepy man boy perceives love in general, because it's literally all he knows, right? And now we are well on our way to my favorite part of the video. Cat lady. It's interesting to me how creepy man boy only notices her when the woman's nose starts to bleed. And not only does it scare creepy man boy, but it also seems to scare the woman with the bloody nose. She simply advises him not to look at her, and to me this can only really mean one thing: that the woman with the bloody nose and the cat lady are one and the same. The cardboard cat lady, or I don't even know what to call her at this point, we're gonna stick with cat lady, seems to represent creepy man boy's mom in death, which is pretty graphic when you consider the implications. And to me, the lady who gets the bloody nose represents his mom in life. And that's probably why it disturbed her so much. She was looking at the visage of her own murder. And yes, there's a very obvious reason why I call it murder. And of course, the point of him being hit by both of his parents is further driven home by the question: did your parents hit you when you were growing up? The woman's answer is interesting, and it reveals a lot about creepy man boy baby's backstory. She writes, "They still do. I'm still growing up, and I am a full-ass grown adult learning how to grow up." Yes, as funny as that sounds, it kind of confirms what I said earlier about him being in an involuntary stage of age regression. And this, of course, can only come from some form of childhood trauma in most cases. Yes, I know. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to talk about the embryo part. Long story short, I think this portion could be indicating that creepy man boy's parents, potentially the mom specifically, encouraged him to abuse other children in the same way that he was also abuse. The cue that kind of points this out to me is the part when the woman says, "Strike while the iron is hot." So she's basically encouraging him at that point. The date with Melancholy. Yes, this one can actually be interpreted in both a metaphorical and a literal sense. Now, this could be the personification of the grief that he felt in wake of his mother's death and the childhood that he lost as a result, as if he had much of one to begin with, am I right? But to me, this could be a representation of how victims of abuse are statistically more likely to enter abusive relationships later on in life. And with the disturbing nature of Melancholy's comments, she definitely seems to meet that criteria. For example, she makes it a point to tell Creepy Man Boy that the only reason she's putting her lactose intolerance aside is because she likes him. This is basically a form of emotional bribery. Person do good thing for other person so that they can wave it over their head in the future. Leverage, if you will. According to Creepy Man Boy, this is also what his mom did for his dad. Again, further solidifying the cycle of abuse wreaking havoc in his life. This, of course, conditions Creepy Man Boy to make himself green for her, which Melancholy, of course, encourages. There's a very obvious parallel being drawn here between the mom, otherwise known as the cardboard cat lady, and Melancholy. The mom has a drawing of a cat's face on the cardboard box, and Melancholy has a weird obsession with pretending to be a cat in a very interesting way that is hard not to be seen as somewhat sexual. In a way, to me, Melancholy and the unnamed woman and the cardboard lady, they all represent different aspects of the mom's nature. And last but not least, the flashback scene. Somehow all of this ties in directly with the story of Dirty Donna. If you guys don't know or remember, it is an excellent two-part series, also by Product, that I made a review on a few months ago, way back in the day, the good old days, if you will. I've left links to the original series and my analysis down below in the description. It's somewhere in there. Better go hunting. It's like a scavenger hunt. As disturbing as this might sound, I think it's pretty obvious why Product is linking Alice's father with the story of Creepy Man Boy. He was probably abused and groomed as a child, which led him to repeating the cycle of horrific violence as an adult, which does not excuse anything, by the way. It is my suspicion that we will probably see more of this story later on, potentially on June 15th, which was the date kind of teased earlier on in the animation. And with that, I will happily close the book on the chapter of Creepy Man Boy, and I will hope and pray to my lucky stars, my lucky charm cereal, that I will never have to cover a topic like this again. As always, thanks for watching this fun and exciting little video, and until next time.